We are honored to have a Mr. Abdul Rasheed, Chairman, Task Force, Pakistan's agriculture scientist. Warmly welcome, sir. Sir, can you listen us? Can you listen me?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum salam. Sir, over to you for your insightful note.
All, I would like to say thanks to you and all the participants who are waiting for me. It was nice to know about the presentation that was presented before me by a respectable man, Ms. Sana. That was quite nice. So nice of you. Now, it's my turn now.
And now,
I would
sir,
like to talk about.
yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
would like to. I would like to talk about sustainable business practices while creating environmental and social impact. That is basically a roadmap for business success in the green economy. So it is quite useful for corporate executives, entrepreneurs, investors, policymakers, academics, like that, and all knowledge lovers. First of all, I would like to talk about sustainable business practices driving environmental and social impact. How business can thrive while creating a greener, more inclusive future. So it is, very important for us all to know about green economy, environmental and social impact. So it is a blend of three. Why sustainable business practices matter? It is quite important for us all to understand the core objectivity behind this. There is triple crisis business face today. What's that? Climate change, social inequality, economic resilience. So these are three at the forefront. First of all, climate change. Rising global temperatures and natural disasters threaten supply chains. It is a major cause and problem. Secondly, social inequality, lack of diversity, fair wages, and ethical sourcing impact brand reputation. Third one, economic resilience. Companies not adapting to sustainability face higher risks and lower profits. Businesses that lead in sustainability outperform financially. 90% of CEOs say sustainability is key to success. It has been quoted in UN reports. ESG assets are expected to reach trillions of rupees by 2025 if the people adopt this one, in the world. Sustainability is not just good ethics, it is a good business also. We have to understand the realities. When all are talking about green economy in the world, it is a common term not to be used by everyone, by the dozens of leaders, millions of people. But we must adopt the green economy coupled with sustainable business ethics, a business model that balances profitability, social impact, and environmental stewardship. There are a few of the key components for that. Environmental responsibility, carbon reduction, waste management, renewable energy. Social impact, fair wages, diversity, inclusion, ethical sourcing. Economic viability, long-term financial growth through sustainable innovation. So 60% of the consumers prefer sustainable brands. How sustainable business drive global competitiveness? Sustainability, competitive advantage, cost saving, brand loyalty, investor appeal, talent attraction, Energy efficiency waste reduction equals to higher consumer. Customers prefer brands with ethical practices. Investor appeal. ESG focused companies attract global investment. Talent attraction. 76% of millennials want to work for sustainable companies. Examples: Patagonia, Tesla, Unilever. Patagonia leader in ethical supply chains. Tesla disrupting auto industry with EVs. Unilever cutting carbon footprint and driving social impact. So these are three main pillars in the world to be quoted for that purpose. Key sustainable business strategies: green supply chains, sustainable sourcing, carbon neutral logistics, zero waste packaging. For that example, we may quote IKEA switch to 100% sustainable wood. Secondly, renewable energy transition, investing in solar, wind, and green hydrogen. Example, Google runs on 100% renewable energy. Circular economy and waste reduction, reuse, recycle, remanufacture equals less waste, more profit. Examples, Adidas makes shoes from ocean plastic. Social responsibility and fair labor practices, ethical wages, workplace diversity, community development. Examples, Starbucks offers fair trade coffee and employee benefits. Now, I would like to talk about innovations driving sustainable business growth. How technology accelerates sustainability, AI and big data, predictive analytics for energy efficiency, blockchain, transparent supply chains and carbon tracking, carbon capture track, removing carbon dioxide from the air, sustainable finance, ESG investment and green bonds, smart cities and infrastructure, energy efficient buildings, green transport. After that, we'll have to discuss a few of the case studies. How businesses are leading the change. Microsoft achieving carbon negative by 2030, as they have raised slogan. BlackRock, world's largest investor, shifting to ESG assets. Patagonia donates 1% of the profits to environmental causes. Tesla, sustainable transportation and battery innovations. Sustainable companies outperform market averages by 30%. Challenges and barriers to sustainability. What stops business from going green? It is a wider term to be used, it is a wider term to be explained and to be debated. Short-term costs. Green investments require upfront capital. Greenwashing risks. Fake sustainability claims erode trust. Regulatory uncertainty. Policies vary across regions. Lack of awareness. Many leaders lack knowledge of ESG benefits. So what is the solution of that? Companies need clear ESG policies, measurable goals, and accountability. Future trends in sustainable business. The next decade of sustainability. So what's coming and what's happening now? Net zero business models. All companies aiming for carbon neutrality. Renewable energy at scale. Massive investment in solar, wind, and hydrogen. Smart and green infrastructure, eco-friendly urban development. Stricter ESG regulations, global standards, and mandatory reporting. Future-proof strategy, we may say, business that don't adapt will fall behind. It is to be remembered by all the listeners and by the companies, the CEOs of the companies, the decision makers of the companies. If we don't move towards greener economy, we may have to fall behind. We may have to lag behind to that level when we will say, well, oh my God, we have done what? We have lost something bigger. So it's up to you how to adopt this one or not. Now, how to implement sustainable practices in your business. Number one, in first step, you may conduct a sustainability audit. It is very, very important. Secondly, set measurable ESG goals, carbon reduction, diversity, and waste. Invest in green technologies and innovation. Never try to keep away yourself and never try to close your eyes. Just try to invest in green technologies and innovation. If you want to keep pace with advanced companies who have earned millions of trillions of rupees, just try to keep an eye on their innovation ideas and partner with ethics and impact investors. Educate employees and customers on sustainability practices. It is important to educate your employees and to the customers as well. How to adopt and why to adopt. What is the benefit? What is the long-term objectivity? It is also a continued charity. To make our earth green and clean, we have to go towards green future. It is core objective to understand. It is very, very important to understand. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Lastly, because I have, I wanted to make it so impactful when we talk about something to adopt and we talk in the longer way, it may be, it may lose its charm like that. To avoid this one, I have made it so focused. The business case for sustainability. Sustainability is a profit driver, not a cost. It is very important to understand. Sustainability is a profit driver, not a cost. When you say that, we don't care for that if it leads towards loss or something else. It, the environment to increase the volume of sales. It is not the humanity as well. It is not the competitiveness and conscious footprints. Green business attract. Remember this one. No, the investors are in the search of the companies who are upon the set pattern for green businesses, sustainable businesses with reward-winning revenue growth. Businesses that ignore sustainability today will struggle tomorrow at any cost. It has been written on the walls of the fortune. We all have to wait for that. Today, I have created this type of presentation and I have given the more chance for the listeners to have questions about that. What sustainability challenges does your company face? How can ESG strategies create new business opportunities for you? Which sustainable innovation excites you the most? So you may ask so many questions regarding that, data-driven insights, engaging something actionable, business strategies, and like that. So Mr. Amar, I would like to say and pay thanks to you for that, to create an opportunity for me. So today I have made it more enjoyable for the listeners for edutainment and infotainment, and I would like to ask the questions, and I would like to answer the questions as well. Is there anyone who may say that he or she is ready to adopt, if there is investor or CEO or entrepreneur in the queue of listeners, in the panel of listeners, valuable listeners, all are highly valuable listeners, and the contributors as well. So I would love to know about the entrepreneurs, investors, business leaders, policymakers, and academics as well. Are they creating a awareness in their circle of influence, please? I would like to ask. It is open for all.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. It's very insightful note, and I think listeners have some questions about Mr. Kamran. Mr. Kamran, you want to ask something? Mr. Kamran, please unmute your mic.
No, sir, there is no question. I just clapped for the wonderful talk that was given by the August trainer.
Thank you, Mr. Kamran. Thank you very much.
So nice of you for that. So nice of you, so kind of you for your healthy compliment for me to move ahead, you know. And he is a great person actually, and because of that, he has uttered the word like that, and he had upheld me and the effort. And you know, Mr. Muhammad Kamran is a great individual here, learning and sharing his insights as well. So let's move ahead, please.
Okay, sir, thank you very much being with us tonight. We have great honor for this. Mr. Dr. Farooq, do you want to say anything? Dr. Farooq, do you with us? Dr. Farooq Naveed. Okay, sir, we are very, very grateful for this very innovative and insightful note. And we are hoping that the next session we will conduct on Friday. So we inviting at this time for this session. We will discuss about telephonically the topic.
So kind of you. I am a knowledge lover, and I love to share what I have learned. It is always great to know about your series of lectures. I do support you wherever you would like to engage me. I do believe in sharing the knowledge, you know, philanthropic basis with, you know, passion and dedication, you know. It is a matter of pleasure and pride for me to be with you and to share my insights with you people and to learn about your insights as well, as Dr. Farooq Naveed and Ms. Sana was creating awareness, and they were imparting their knowledge and insights. I also acknowledge them. I also appreciate them because they are doing very well. MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
Thank you so
and
much.
Mr. Amar,
Thank you so much for your appreciations.
I have listened to you, ma'am. I have listened to you, Miss Sana Farooq. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. May Almighty Allah bless you more with more insights. You have done very well, MashaAllah. Excellent. You have give the brief, you know. You have discussed in a detailed, descriptive way. So because of that, I have shortened my talk because of the avoidance of the listeners, because sometimes listeners feel a boredom to know about the detailed descriptions. If there is a speaker, good speaker, excellent speaker like you, who have already shared her insights to that level, so because of that, I have shortened my conversation today.
Thank you so much, sir, for your appreciation. Your insights are also very valuable for all of us. And my criteria of teaching is just start from 0 to 100. That's why I just talk in detail. So, and your insights are obviously very valuable. You are at great position of sustainability in agriculture sector. It's an honor to be a part of a presentation that includes you also and our participants also. We are thankful for this platform to scale up.
So nice of you. And Mr. Amar, I would like to say something in front of all the people. Your healthy smile always leads to optimism. That's my quote, and I always utter this in the presence of the speakers and in the presence of the leaders like you. Mashallah, mashallah, you are so optimistic person, and you are creating optimism for the people who are wandering aimlessly in the pitch darkness of pessimism and disappointment at this era of fast-paced world. And we have to keep pace with those people who have done wonders and the people who are striving for the excellence in the future. Because of that, you know, your actions and your steps, your activity and your collaborations are quite admirable, mashallah, sustainable. And I would love to see all your footsteps, your footprints, and your aspirations to equalize with sustainable practices in future. And that is an advocacy. You have created canvas for all the people to move ahead and to go for greener future. And as a Pakistani, it is a matter of pride for me. You are, mashallah, mashallah, by the countless blessings of Almighty Allah, you are striving for the excellence to tell the people, to tell the world, we are not less than anyone. हम किसी से कम नहीं हैं, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। जिधर से भी आएंगे आप हमें सामने पाएंगे।
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for this compliment. And Mr. Arman from Cameroon. Mr. Arman, please unmute your mic. Do you want to say anything? Mr. Arman? Okay. So any participant have anything, any comment, any word want to say about this green economy training event? Please, someone.
Any participant who can't consume Shaidali, you are encouraged to speak something, whether you want to suggest some green economic sustainable practices by your ideas. You are most welcome to speak out to boost up the session more interactive, more knowledgeable. Mr. Amin, Mr. Furkan, Sir Farooq, you may also join, say something.
Yeah. Muhammad Nasser, do you want to say anything? Okay, Dr. Farooq, are you with us? Mr. Sohail Ahmed.
Sir Farooq to close the session, but Sir Farooq is there. I also messaged him to close the session. Sir Farooq, are you there?
Okay, thank you
Well,
very much.
if you give me an opportunity, I am Mohammed Kamran. I speak something.
Okay. Please.
Well, I would take. Well, I would take lead from Mr. Abdul Rasheed, who gave a very excellent talk on this subject. At one point, he mentioned that the investment will be any industry can carry adopts the ESG principles. If he's listening, I think this is what he said. Am I right, sir?
Sir, mashallah, you are absolutely right.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, if I'm right, sir, I would like to mention Pakistan 2016 we have to adopt it 30, and by 2050 we have to be net zero of carbon. In this scenario, to catch the investment, as per the census of manufacturing census of Pakistan, there are almost 38,000 large manufacturing industries in Pakistan, and there are 12 lakh small and medium industries in Pakistan. What do you think to catch the investment for the small and medium prices? Will it be possible to adopt this ESG compliances and regulations? Will it not be difficult? Just make this awareness, which is not at very slow pace. Would it be possible to meet the ends if we want to catch the investment, or it would be very difficult to compete in the markets?
So nice of you, sir, for your kind words and the way you have asked the question. That is quite relevant regarding this talk. As you have asked about the transformation from the companies, from the set pattern from the traditional ways to the greener and sustainable practices. Sir, in the world has shifted towards greener economy to the greater extent, but in the whole of the world, not in Pakistan only, in the whole of the world, in the developing countries in particular, they are striving and they are trying to convert their set pattern, their established ways to go towards green economy. In Pakistan, there are few of the companies, by the countless blessings of Almighty Allah, they have, mashallah, had that type of influence in the green economy and that type of image and niche in that economy. They are quoted in the world, like Interloop in Faisalabad. Interloop, that is producing socks, globally competitive. I think there would be only 2 or 3 of that level industries in the world. So Nestlé is there, Unilever, and other companies. They are shifting, and they have, mashallah, I would always say, mashallah, God willing, by the blessings of Almighty Allah, they have introduced themselves in the world that they have adopted that type of economy, and they have shifted themselves. They have already shifted themselves. What is a green economy? To adopt SOPs of SDGs, to equalize with UN set pattern, SDGs. So it has been discussed ever before, it has been adopted ever before, and now the whole of the world is in great emergency to move ahead, to go towards green economy. Although the companies are utilizing this one, this blessing already, they have adopted this one ever before, but now in green emergency because of the smoke, like that we have heard about smoke not before a decade. It is latest one. We all know very well, as you know very well, in our childhood there was no word of smoke at all. Now we are talking about smoke, and we are adopting the ways how to keep us away from smoke. So in that way, the world is going to be more to the, you may say, abyss of climatic changes. So
Well, sir,
to avoid that one, we are adapting this one.
I am very thankful. You have really spoken well on this subject, on the topic. But what I appreciate you are saying, right? This Interloop and all these large companies are adding to the and complying to this ESG. But I would leave a question for this forum
Okay,
that
Mr.
in this scenario, once this compliance is becoming very strict on our industry slowly and gradually, as SCCP has now given his framework in which by 2027 all the small industries will have to comply. By 25 and 26, all who are registered with SCCP, they have to comply with ESG regulations. That means they have to show compliance to the investors if they have to compete in the markets. So just a question, whether the small industry, which is the big industry of Pakistan, where the trade development of Pakistan data shows there are only 68,000 firms which are exporting. This trade deficit has to be decreased, and then these compliances, are these small industries being made aware of this new phenomena of ESG? Well, this is a big question which we should be adopting in a speedy manner and making a framework for that.
Sir, I would like to respond for that. Although you have talked about something about my deliverance, that is quite nice. I am quite thankful to you for your healthy applause for me. As far as it is concerned with the SCCP regulations, Securities Exchange Commission of Pakistan, in the same way there is Security Exchange Commission of USA and UK, like that. No, they have a brainstorming session with their board of governors, and they have set pattern. They have set pattern to advise the companies to comply, to be well versed in compliance with the world's set pattern. Now we have to keep pace with the advanced countries and advanced companies who have miraculously achieved their profits, and like that they are trying to make the small business entities understand the realities that if they are not willing to adopt the set pattern, the regulations framework designed, approved, and introduced by Securities Exchange Commission of Pakistan, they may lose their charm, niche, and profits as well, because the government and the world, now if they are exporting something, now importers have the uh, deep eyes on the practices of the exporters. They do visit their premises, they send their auditors, they comply with the SDGs. They are warning also. I think to the greater extent, I have heard about that. If they are not acting upon the set pattern to meet with the SDGs, they may lose their orders, work orders, as they say, POs, purchase orders. So they have to shift themselves. If they are not shifting themselves now, in future they will have to say, "Oh my God, sorry, we have lost something." So if the companies at the moment are thinking to create their space in the globalized world, they have to shift themselves. They have to shift themselves. They have to go R&D department. They have to increase the efficiency or research and development department. So I think it's all about that was.
You are very right. This is what needs to be done, and I think government should take some steps in it. And once with the coming up of the carbon markets, and it will be further difficult for this small industry to compete. And I think it is a good step of this training session which have started off, and definitely this will keep going on, and this industry will also start getting insights of these new developments. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr.
I
Kamran.
think one thing I would like to add, in the I think in the last year, our army chief, had inaugurated a green landscape, a green venture that is globally competitive in the world. In near Khanewal, that was a wonderful to uplift the green practices and to uplift the set pattern and to equalize the world with green vision and green economy for sustainable practices regarding agriculture, smart agriculture like that. That was a wonderful step ever. That was a wonderful step, and that is the message to the world that we have adopted this type of practice. We are not just talking about the ideas, we are adapting and adopting the ideology and mechanism, and we have strategic vision as well to keep pace with the advanced countries, with the advanced world. We are not wasting the time, only we are adopting. We have vision. We want to inculcate the vision, and we have the experts and resources. That was the best one ever, and to be quoted anywhere in the world.
Well, that's very encouraging. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Kamran, and all the participants. We may continue this discussion in our next session as well. And we have just few minutes remaining. If any other participant have any question, comments, please don't hesitate to ask. If there is no question, I want to thank all the participants and especially Mian Abdul Rasheed Saab. Thank you very much. And we may have a discussion about this. Is a very vast topic, and we may have another session, training session as well about it. So thank you very much, all the participants.
Ask Sir Farooq to close the session to say some words, Sir Farooq.
Dr. Farooq may be busy in work at home, so he is not.
Okay, let's end the session.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Sana, and thank you all the participants. Mian Abdul Rasheed Saab, thank you very much once again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.